Have you been looking for a new luxury home here in Granite Bay? Well, you may have not seen a ton of options out there, but the good news is this: there's a brand new community that just opened up. Today, we're gonna be revealing The Park at Granite Bay by Woodside Homes, and it's an amazing brand new community that's gated. It's really got this luxury feel to it, and it's in a great location. So I'm gonna overview the community. I'm also gonna give you some details to living here in this part of Granite Bay, and I'm gonna do not one, but two model tours throughout this video, so you don't wanna miss out on this one. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam with Golovey Real Estate. I'm your local real estate agent here in the area, and we uncover all the new construction homes here throughout Sacramento. So if this is your first time on the channel, consider subscribing as we come out with weekly content and make sure that you're up to date with all the new developments going on in Sacramento. So let's get into it. The Park at Granite Bay by Woodside Homes. Now, I've been really excited about this new community because Woodside Homes has really stepped up their game in this one. Now, they've had a lot of communities throughout the Sacramento region. In fact, we've had a lot of clients buy their homes in different parts of Sacramento, but this one stands out from the rest. They've had some luxury feeling communities, but this one being in Granite Bay, I think is definitely the runner up. And what's beautiful about this community is that you're in an exclusive gated community here in Granite Bay, just bordering East Roseville. So it's really a great neighborhood. Now, one thing I want to point out about this location more than just the homes is that you're coming right off Sierra College Boulevard. If you're not familiar with the area, Sierra College Boulevard really gives you access. If you're going down south, you're going to go to Hazel exit and Highway 50. And if you're going to be going north, you can go to Sierra College Boulevard and Highway 80. And there's also even another exit point you could take off Douglas Boulevard and Highway 80 from this location. So if you're someone who's commuting maybe from Granite Bay into Folsom or that part of town, this is a great location. Or if you need to go more north into Roseville or Rockland, this is a stellar location as well. And that's really why a lot of people love Granite Bay, because you're kind of in this midpoint of really nice areas here in Sacramento. Now, this community has 4 different plans to choose from. They do have 2 single-story homes, and they also have 2 two-story homes. Now, the single-story homes are ranging anywhere from about 2,600 square feet all the way up and over 2,900 square feet. And the two-story homes are ranging anywhere from over 3,500 square feet to over 3,900 square feet. Now, the prices of these homes at base are starting just under 1.1 million to right around 1.3 million. Really, with upgrades and maybe some lot premiums, you're anywhere in the range from about 1.1 to about 1.4 million dollars on one of these homes. Now, to start off our tours, I want to start with the Lexington floor plan. Now, this is a single-story floor plan that I really like. It's the bigger one out of the 2, ranging over 2,900 square feet. It's got 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and a 3-car garage. Currently, as we're doing this video, this floor plan is just under $1.2 million. Oh my goodness, I think I just found my future home. Look at this thing. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this beautiful front entrance right here. We have about 12-foot ceilings, maybe a little bit over that, but just really a wonderful entrance here into the living space, really showcasing what this home is all about. It really gives me a nice feel of what the new Granite Bay home feels like here in the area. Now, I love how they've done this wall paneling right here. It really gives it a nice touch. But then also, if you pay attention down below, you have kind of like the cabinetry all the way across right under the entertainment. It's a really nice touch here as you walk into this home. Now, before we get too far, of course, everyone gets excited about the kitchen because that's what really makes a home a home. So right here in this kitchen, you have 3 drop-down pendant lights. Of course, the design on this can be interchangeable to the max. But if you pay attention here, you still get tall ceilings. Here it does drop down to about 10 feet, but you have the cabinetry at the top all the way up to the ceiling. Now, that's a big deal. I hear that a lot from my clients. That's usually an upgrade because the cabinets, of course, would stop a little bit lower than that. But that's usually an upgrade, but I think it's nice because it really fills it in, but it also makes the room feel taller when you get that done. You got these nice black countertops right here, really transitioning with the white up top. Now, they went more shaker style on this one, as you can see on this cabinet. Classic T handles that we see nowadays a lot, and that's pretty nice. But then you also have a pot filler right here, right above the cooking space. And just to kind of show you here, this is a cafe burner. This would be considered kind of more like your middle upper end burners, if you will. Of course, you could go fancier than that with like Wolf burners or some of the other higher end brands.
But this is gonna be a really good choice over here. You also have the modern farmhouse style sink, which I'm personally a big fan of. But then you can see on this side of the home, it really comes into this side where the garage, the main garage would be entered right here, which would kind of flow into the kitchen for functionality. Now here we're walking into the pantry. Now it's not the biggest pantry, as you can see, still enough space here as we kind of pull this away, but not terribly large. So most of your storage would really be happening in kind of this cabinet space over here. Now continuing on this way, I do love this portion because it kind of has, again, this recessed feel into the dining area, which like the other model has as well. I'm a really big fan of this because then when you're hosting or having people over, it's not too connected to the rest of the home here, even though it does have technically an open floor plan. You would have access to the backyard through the sliding door right here. Still plenty of windows to the back. And then I'll show you. You also have the sliding glass door that meets here in the middle to go out the back as well. Now this is something that's really cool about this home, is that when you enter this way, you kind of have the laundry room tucked in right here, which really makes it convenient and a quick access point for really the owners of the home. And that's gonna be the owner suite right here. So really nice, really convenient. Now this owner suite is dramatically bigger, or at least it seems to be bigger than the other model. So I love this. I love how long it feels in here. Really nice size, and I love how they continue with the wooden paneling on the back here. Really nice, beautiful style here. But another thing that I'm really a big fan of, and I always look for, especially on single-story homes or wherever the owner suite is on the downstairs, is to have access to the backyard. So I think this is just phenomenal to be able to just open it up, walk into your beautiful backyard like this, have some peace in the morning, and continue on with your day. So I love that feature. Now continuing over here, this is really what wowed me about this floor plan is check out this bathroom. Huge soaking tub right here. This shower is really what's special. I mean, you can see the see-through panels right there giving you a nice view, but look at this tile work. I mean, it's really next level in here. Beautiful. Got a lot of natural light coming in. I'm sure my voice is echoing in here, but this is very nice. Of course, you can go all sorts of style that you want with this tile. You do have a little bit of a viewpoint up here, kind of bringing in light, and then of course through these windows on the front end of the shower as well. I believe you may be able to even add in a rainfall shower in this space, which is probably something that I would do in this sort of setup. Now of course you do have the dual sinks here. One thing is they are connected with the single countertop, so for some people that may work, for others maybe not. But I think you still get plenty of storage. I mean, check out this really nice oversized walk-in closet as well. Now here we are back at the front, and over here you have this kind of flex space. Now this is what Woodside Homes would consider a flex space, where you could turn it more into an office space, or sometimes maybe even like a formal room, or just a place to hang out. Some people might make it into a library and kind of a hangout room, which is great. Now over this way you do get a half bath powder room. You can see they kind of switched it up with the tile on this one, which is very nice. And it kind of flows into this side of the home, which is really gives you that separation as if you're on a completely different part of the home, which I really like on this one. Because here you have a formal living space. If you switch this to almost like an in-law or a next-gen suite, because it's followed this way by a full bath. You have dual sinks, almost like a pebble style rock on the tile, very nice. This would be another entrance here from the garage. I believe that's the one car on this side. You have one full bedroom right here. This would be facing the front of the home. A lot of natural light on this one. Another bedroom right here. This would be great for kids sharing because they'd have that full bath just down the hall. Kind of gives you that separation as well. And then your final bedroom back here, kind of tied to this living room feel. Now this one, the cool thing about this one is it does have a walk-in closet, but also has its own full bath attached to it. So more of an ensuite option. And you can see this tile is actually fairly interesting. I love that. It almost has like almost like a matte feel look to it. Very nice.
Now I wanted to bring up some quick information about this community that's really gonna help you make a decision on whether you wanna buy here or not. So in a gated community like this, it's fairly common to see some sort of HOA. Now with the HOA in this community, for instance, mainly what you're getting is the gated privacy of the community. And with that, the HOA is running about $273 per month. Now, of course, the taxes are gonna play a big role in a purchase like this. They do have a base tax of about 1.05%. And they do have some Mello-Roos that are gonna be added in, and those are gonna be anywhere from about $293 to $364 based on the plan that you're buying. Now let's get into it and tour the bigger 2-story floor plan. This is the Westbury. The Westbury is coming at 3,948 square feet. It's got 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, and of course a 3-car garage. Now, one cool thing that I found out about this home is that all the upstairs bedrooms have an ensuite, basically meaning that the upstairs bedrooms have a full bathroom attached to that bedroom, which is really nice if you're gonna have a lot of people living with you. So let's check out the second model tour.
All right, wow, as you can see right off the entrance, it really does have a grand feel in this beautiful brand new home by Woodside. As we walk in here, it really invites you straight into kind of this living space, and it has this huge ceiling to the top, pushing probably 20 feet right there, beautiful ceilings, and just check out this masterpiece of a fireplace all the way to the top as well. Really beautiful in this home. You can see that you got extra windows, bringing in a lot of natural light. You can do some beautiful chandeliers hanging down here as well, but it really has this grandiose feel to this home right here. So Woodside Homes did not disappoint with this one. And right here you can see you have almost like a catwalk up there, which I'm really excited to show you guys. But this house really feels like it has 4 different corners to it. So when you live in a home like this, you don't feel like you're living one on top of another. If you have a bigger family or just need the space, I think this house gives you kind of that separation and that feel. This is something that I think a lot of entertainers are gonna love, because it has this beautiful recessed fitting up top. You have kind of like the glow lights up there, if you can see that, kind of shining off the ceiling. It's a really cool feel. And then of course you have the drop down hood over the cooktop right there in this oversized island. And when I say oversized, I really mean that. You also have cabinetry here on the side, and then plenty of seating here at the island table. So when you are hosting, you're throwing those parties here in Granite Bay, you can have all the people over. It's a great house to host. Now, as you can see here, the cabinets as well, tons of shelves around here. They went with more of a kind of a flat look on the front style, which is, we're seeing a lot of more shaker style in a lot of model homes around here, which is kind of more like the paneling, the rectangular. But with Woodside Homes, all the colors, all the design that you're seeing, it's all interchangeable. And that's the beauty of these homes, is we'll show you in these models what you can get. And if you're interested in seeing what other Woodside Homes look like throughout Sacramento, because they're a pretty prominent builder in our area, you can see a lot of their design options as well, kind of mix and match and see what you prefer. But moving on, you have an oven, cafe burner right here, which is a little bit more on the higher end on appliances lately with builders. And then I love that this one has kind of like an opening like this. You got 2 shelves right there, and then another one down here. So again, for entertaining purposes and you're cooking for a lot of people, it's a great house. You do have a nice walk-in pantry right here, plenty of shelving in here, kind of rolls in on the back as well right there. Now let's continue on with the kitchen, because this is really the main part of the house for a lot of people. You do have a window over the sink right here, but then again, you have the cooktop in the island, which is very nice, and of course plenty of cabinet space right down here. Now flowing over this way, you kind of get that buffet style countertop all the way to the end. So when you're having people over, it's great space in here, and then it flows right here into the dining space. Now, one thing that stands out about this is that even though this is considered an open layout, I love that this dining space is kind of recessed off the back of this room compared to the living area. This is a great space when you're having people over to kind of have more, I guess, intimate conversations and a nice dinner. But you also have the view into the back. You have plenty of windows right here. You do have a recessed slider on this side, can let in some air or open it up. And then you also have one on this side as well, which kind of opens in the middle, giving you a nice wider open feel. Now I want to show you on this side of the home, And remember what I said earlier, when you kind of have different spaces to the home, this is really what I mean by this is on this side, you have this nice big room right here, which is kind of what I would call more like a flex space. So this could be a kid's playroom if you want it to be. It could be an oversized office. It could be even a separate in-law unit. I was just talking to one of the reps here and they're saying that some of this can even be converted. There are so many options right now into almost like an in-law suite. So definitely a lot of functionality with this room right here. You can go a lot of different ways with this space, which is nice. And it does kind of have a view into the backyard and into that seating area outside, which is great. And if we go over this way, you still get a proper size bedroom. You have the bathroom right here. Of course, look at that tile. Almost has like a wood grain to it. It's very interesting. And then over this way, you go into your closet. Nice little mini walk-in closet, so that's great as well. So again, this is gonna be kind of like the west wing, if you will. You'll have your garage entrance on this door. You have the front door here, just to give you an idea of where we're at again. Now, if we're gonna go to the other side of the home, you're gonna see what I mean here is that you have another kind of opportune space to have an office, maybe another kind of bedroom style or private room. You would have another entrance from the other garage on this one. So this could also be an easy conversion in the future if you wanted to, or even with Woodside Homes. And then you have a bath right here as well. So that's great. And that one's just a powder room. So as you can see, what I mean is like, depending on the side of the home that you go to, you really have this level of separation, which is great. Now, one thing you'll note on this elevation is like all the windows going on. I love this elevation that Woodside has done. You also have kind of like the open rail stairway right here. And of course, this kind of like the catwalk right up top. So this is really cool because this almost reminds me of the Toll Brothers homes we reviewed in El Dorado Hills. If you've seen that video, they kind of have this style and it's a really nice resemblance of that. It's just beautiful across the top here. Now, if we go over this way, you get a loft right on this side. Also can easily rearrange this to be a kid's room, hangout area if you wanted it to be. If we go over this way, you're gonna bump right into the laundry room here. Plenty of space in there. And this bedroom right here with this elevation, you can see you get the 3 windows. And what I mean by elevation is kind of the front look of the home. Depending on the elevation that you can get with the home, they sometimes change the location of windows and stuff like that. And then what's cool about this is this bedroom gets a full bath attached to it, which you don't see that too often. It still has a closet here, which is great. But I'm gonna show you something even cooler. And then you have another bedroom here. But what's great about this one is it also has a full bath. Okay? So it's already 2 bedrooms upstairs that have their own full bathroom, which is awesome. What we would call that as like an ensuite option. And then here's your 3rd bedroom upstairs. And it also has a bathroom. So if you are short on bathrooms or people in your family need a lot of bathrooms, I mean, this is truly a home that offers it all. I think that's really great when we're talking about separated living. Maybe you have some older kids in the house that kind of want their privacy, their own space. I think it's a great option. Now, let's get into the main deal here. We're going into the owner's suite, and I wanna start off with the owner's bathroom because it's right here off the right. But check this out. You got the dual sinks, quartz look to it. Now, a lot of the stones in today's world with the new builds, a lot of it's a different type of synthetic stone, so just keep that in mind. Not that one is primarily worse than the other, but I also like that this is sitting on the top. It's got over-the-top sinks, which is great. You have the matte black finishes on the faucets. And look at this walk-in shower. I mean, kid you not, you could fit probably 10 people in here. With the rainfall shower right up top, I love that little seating area, as I call it. It's a really big shower right there. And then of course, the soaking tub. I'll show you the end right here. You have a walk-in closet. Really nice feature. You'd have the loo right here. And then another walk-in closet on this side. So you really have that separation also in the primary. which is really nice. Right here off the front, you have this option to do these cabinets right here. You kind of walk in, kind of gives you that separation, that entrance, if you will, and then boom. Really nice owner suite. If I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was gonna be a little bit bigger for a home this size, but this is still plenty of space. I think it's just, I'm getting used to seeing these bigger luxury homes in the area. So sometimes they're definitely oversized for the square footage of the home. But as you can see here, you still have really big furniture. I mean, you have a sofa literally in front of the bedroom, in front of the bed, and nightstand. So it's still plenty of space, don't get me wrong. And you have windows right off the back. So this is gonna be facing the back of the home here. Really nice. One thing I wanna finish on too, as far as like upgrades go, you can go really next level with Woodside Homes. And on the flooring here, you can see they went like a really wide plank. This one feels almost like an engineered wood, possibly a hardwood, but you can really do a lot of different options, whether you wanna go LVP or a laminate or a tile in some cases. Woodside really has it all. Now this final kind of area that I wanna show you on this home, this is of course set up to be like a mini gym, if you will, but this is like a flex space. Woodside is really well known to have these flex spaces in their homes. But you got a lot of windows here bringing in natural light, but it's still a nice little space that if you wanted to do something interesting like this, like a stretching room or whatnot, great option for that.
Now, I also want to bring up some cons to this community. Now, I did mention the location earlier, which is kind of a nice place for commuters. But one thing I will say is the way it's placed right off Sierra College Boulevard, that street can get fairly busy. Now, most people are going to average about 50 miles per hour on that street. So as you can see, there might be some road noise coming from there. Also during traffic hour, I've noticed that can get a little bit jammed depending on the time of the day. So keep that in mind if you are considering this community. Another con that kind of stood out to me, when we're talking about living in Granite Bay, a lot of people have the perception that they're gonna get a bigger yard or a bigger plot of land. Rightfully so, especially in the $1 million price point. I would say with this community, the lots tend to be a little bit smaller, as you'll see in the video, but there are gonna be some bigger lots depending on where you buy. So I will say the smaller lots are definitely gonna be one con that a lot of people may not like here. Now, despite some of these downfalls, I do want to mention that there are other brand new communities going on in Granite Bay right now. We even have a few clients having houses built as we're doing this video. So if you'd like to see more options on new builds in Granite Bay or even resale homes in Granite Bay, you can always reach out to our team down below. I'll also link some of the videos that we've done on different model tours in the area, so make sure to check those out. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this review of these new luxury homes here in Granite Bay. The park at Granite Bay is definitely an exciting new community, and honestly, I'm expecting it to sell fairly quickly. If you guys are ever looking to buy or sell a home here in Granite Bay, or would like more information on this community, you can always reach out to me and my team right down below. We help a lot of people relocate into the area, and we'd like to help you as well. For now, my name is Sam with Golovey Real Estate. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.